So I'm going to put you on some absolute game real quick. Please pay attention. You know those guys in the whole self-improvement space, and I used to be one of these guys, that are so dedicated and committed to being healthy, being the best version of themselves, that they take it way too far. Now, this gets a lot deeper than simply just going to the gym or not drinking alcohol or whatever. I'm going to really put you on some game here. You understand that the mind and body are linked, right? The mental realm and the physical realm work in harmony. So if my mind starts to become weak and it starts to fail, my body will inevitably follow it, right? Because naturally, if I'm thinking negative thoughts, if I'm weak in my mind, I have no discipline. If this realm is weak, this realm will follow and become weak, and vice versa, right? So you understand that basic concept of human life. You get that, yeah? So when I see young, impressionable men watching Hamza or something, and they're taking it really to the extreme because they think that if I drink alcohol, if I use social media, or if I indulge in any instant gratification, you hear that term thrown around a lot, if I indulge in anything bad for me, I will never be successful. I won't make 10K a month. Oh my God, if I eat a chocolate bar, I'm going to be a failure. Now, I used to be very extreme like this. You can go back and watch my old videos from a month ago or whatever, not a month ago. You can go back and watch my old videos from months ago and go and see how I used to speak to you boys and see how I used to act and my philosophy on life. And you can see how extreme I was back then, almost military-like, right? The problem with this, however, if your goal is to become healthy, become the best version of yourself, to become successful, is it actually does the opposite. It's counterintuitive to what you're trying to achieve. Let me explain why. So your body, when it's stressed, goes into a state of fight or flight. That's basically what stress is. You're being prepared to fight off something, to resist something, yeah? To struggle with something. That is what stress is. When your body does this, it activates the sympathetic nervous system. You can go and research all this shit for yourself to know that what I'm saying is absolutely facts. I've done my research, believe me. So your body goes into sympathetic nervous system. And when your body is in this state, i.e. when your body is stressed or resisting or fighting something, it cannot heal, it cannot rest, it cannot rejuvenate, it cannot be healthy. There are studies done that literally prove that when you think positive, your body is healthier, you live longer, your vitality is increased just because of your mind, right? Now, I'm not going to get too deep into that. That's another video. But if, for example, you are constantly telling yourself, I'm never allowed to drink alcohol again. Again, I used to be one of these guys. I'm never allowed to use social media for the rest of my life because it's bad for me. I can never eat a chocolate bar because it's bad for me. And they try and eliminate every little thing that's bad for them. I can never take a hot shower again because it's bad for me. Oh, it reduces testosterone, whatever. And they get really, really stuck in this egotistical, toxic loop of self-improvement because they think they're the best now because they only ever take cold showers. Bro, I've been there. I've done that lifestyle, right? You're not special because I'm on self-improvement and I never drink alcohol. I never eat chocolate bars. Like, you get into this ego mindset as if you're better than everyone else. Believe me, you're not. So the problem with this is you're trying to be healthy by eliminating alcohol forever, for example. Now, yes, alcohol is absolutely poisonous for the body. I completely agree with you. I'm not trying to condone alcohol drinking or say that it's good for you and here's why. I'm sure there's some studies out there that, you know, find some positive benefits for alcohol, but in the grand scheme of things, alcohol is very bad for your physical state, yeah? With that being said, it's more toxic for you to walk around the world with this mindset of, I'm never allowed to drink alcohol again. I have to constantly fight and resist these urges forever. Even though part of me kind of wants to because it's fun and every now and then it's a laugh to drink a bit of alcohol and I wouldn't really, you know, be against it. But Hamza says, oh, Hamza. So I'm never going to do it. Because this guy's successful and he says, I can't drink alcohol if I want to be successful. Fucking hair's falling out, bro. Let me tell you one thing. Your mind and body are linked. Remember that? So if mentally you are stressed, inevitably at some point, doesn't matter how physically healthy you are, the body's going to follow. Yeah? So if you're constantly in this battle, this mental tug of war, trying to resist alcohol, trying to resist never eating a chocolate bar ever again for the rest of your life because it's bad for me and sugar and blood spike, whatever, your mind, your mental realm is stressed. So your body cannot heal. Your body cannot be healthy. It cannot produce healthy cells. It cannot do the things it needs to do. You often find times you go to sleep and you're sleeping 8 hours, 10 hours sometimes. You're sleeping a long, good amount of time. And you wonder why you wake up and you're still tired. You wonder why you just feel sluggish all the time. You wonder why you're constantly bloated when you eat food and your body's not digesting it properly. Well, I'm bulking. This lifestyle isn't healthy. This mindset, this philosophy of extremism is not healthy in any realm of life, especially when it comes to your day-to-day life. I used to be the guy that was like, nah, I'm never eating chocolate again. I'm never drinking ever again. I'm never using social media ever again, because there was one element of negativity to it. Do you know what? I was actually more unhealthy back then in my day-to-day life than I am now. Now my philosophy is simply just balance, yin and yang. It's a law of the universe, right? And I preach this all the time because I understand the importance of it now. The mindset that I have now is completely liberating. I walk through the world and I'm at peace. Now, because I'm at peace with life, I'm not attached to anything. I'm not attached to my ego. I'm not attached to a philosophy. I'm not attached to anything. I'm just flowing. I'm just enjoying every experience that life has to offer, both good and bad. This is liberating because it puts my body in a state of relaxation. Now, I'm not saying to eliminate all stress. Stress has its uses as well. Stress is good if you tap into it in the right way and you use it as fuel, you use it as motivation every now and then to get things done, whatever, to pick up the pace. Cool, stress is good. But a lot of you young men right now watching this are living in a state of stress because you're constantly trying to live up to this expectation of self-improvement and instant gratification and all the rest of it. So you're stressing all day long trying to get things done to the best of your ability. So your body's never healing. It's never actually healthy. Yeah, it's all good going to the gym and stuff and not drinking alcohol. Yeah, physically, in the physical realm, you aren't stressed. You're healthy. I get that. Mentally, you're not. Mentally, you are unhealthy. Mentally, you're in a toxic state of struggle forever. You really genuinely think you're going to go through the rest of your life and never eat a chocolate bar ever again? Fair enough, bro. Maybe that's just you and you just don't like chocolate. And you just don't enjoy eating chocolate. Fair play. But if you're like me, every now and then I enjoy eating a chocolate bar. And there's nothing wrong with that. You probably heard the stories of people that live to like over 100. And, you know, you look at the diet and the way that they live, and they've smoked cigarettes their entire life, eating chocolate bar every single day, they drink. There's the reverse effect of that as well. There's ones that die young. But the ones that do live to 100 and they're eating and living however they want, do you understand why that is? Because it's not just about physical. This is what these health freaks with the keto juices and the vegan diets and all this shit, this is what they get wrong. Because it's not just about the physical realm, it's the mental too. And mentally you're stressing yourself out, trying to be this health freak, trying to be so perfect. It's the problem. And also, you're resisting things that if you were completely honest with yourself, you'd probably like to do. Every now and then you'd probably enjoy going out and drinking alcohol with your lads and having a bit of a laugh and having that fun time. You'd probably enjoy it if you weren't being so egotistical and arrogant with this whole self-improvement mindset. You let that go for a minute and just consider the possibility of, you know what? Maybe if every now and then I ate a chocolate bar, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to make 10k a month one day. Because believe me, I've done it. I've done it myself. It doesn't make a difference. There is no set rules for life. You could do and you could be whatever you want to do. The main thing I'm trying to give you with this energy that I'm passing to you right now is just be at peace with life. Be at peace with the chaos. Be at peace with every experience you go through. Stop being so stressed, bro. Just laugh a little bit. Have a bit of humor. Stop trying to figure things out and be perfect, because perfection doesn't exist. And if you're constantly striving for something that isn't even real, you're going to forever be stressed. Your body's never actually going to heal. You need to be in a parasympathetic state of being in order to heal, in order to reduce inflammation, get rid of diseases, infections, negative cancer cells in your body, for example. You can't do any of this shit if you're stressed. So health freak or not, make sure that both mental and physical are in harmony and are at peace and relaxed for most of your life. 80% of the time, you've got to be in a state of peace, a state of just... And that doesn't mean be lazy, by the way. Don't twist my words and say, oh, he's telling me to be peaceful, so I'm just going to go away and meditate forever. No, I get shit done. Every single day I get shit done. And I operate with efficiency, I operate with competence and professionalism every single day. Being peaceful does not mean being lazy or slacking, right? Don't mistake my words, okay? What I'm trying to say to you is health does not mean just being healthy physically. You have to be both. And for me personally, I'm not trying to tell you to live like me. For me personally, the mindset, the philosophy that gives me the most peace and the most liberation and allows me to just be like, I've got my life together, this feels right, is balance. Yesterday, I had a fucking Dixie chicken takeaway. I know that it's not good for me. I'm not trying to condone it and say that it's good. I'm not coping. But every now and then, I enjoy that experience of life. sitting there watching Netflix and indulging in a takeaway. I enjoy that every now and then. Now, maybe you don't, fair play, but you'll have your things, you'll have your vices that you enjoy. Trying to restrict them, trying to limit that experience for the rest of your entire human existence is obviously going to put you in a state of stress. I'm healthier eating that takeaway than I am if I completely cut it all out of my life. Don't let that go over your head. Understand why. Because if you're just a retard and you're looking at it from face value, well, you're eating takeaway, it's bad for you. But my mind and body are at complete peace because I'm liberated. There's no stress. I'm completely accepting with what it is that I'm doing. I'll eat the takeaway. The next day, I'll just go and earn it again. I'll work it off. I'll out-train the bad habit. If I go on a night out and I've drank, man, I drink like a machine. No one can out-drink me. Trust me. So that amount of alcohol in my system, of course it's not good for me. I know that. But you know what I'll do? I'll outwork it the next day. Everything is momentum. Keep that in check and you'll be fine. The coaching's down below if you want to learn more from me. The sexual mastery is also down below if you want to learn how to master your sex life. Look after yourself and I'll see you soon. Boom.